Hey, what is up everybody and welcome back to another video. This is me Rehan and welcome to another review video. The topic of today's video will be the Kingdom Manga chapter 586 review. This chapter was titled The Showdown of the Two Thrusts. Before we continue off into this video, a happy new year to all of you guys, and without further waiting, let us head into the review. So this entire chapter followed the scene towards Ouhon's side of the battlefield. In the previous chapter, if you remember, we had Ouhon manage to corner Ouhon, and while he is escaping, we have Kanjo jump in to save Ouhon and sacrifice himself. The moment Kanjo enters to protect Ouhon, Ouhon slashes with his glaive and Kanjo's weapon, it ends up getting broken, and immediately he falls unconscious because of the hit. And just as Ouhon is about to kill Kanjo for good, we have Ouhon jump in back like a typical hero guy. He jumps in to save Kanjo, and over here he manages to put up a tough fight. Everyone is surprised why Ouhon left his chance to escape and rushed back to save Kanjo. The enemies are surprised, and more than that, Kanjo himself is surprised about this. After this, we have their fight begin off, and Ouhon, his one slash numbs Ouhon's hands, and he's unable to, he was already weakened with all these fights going on, and Ouhon, his attack put the cherry on the cake. It destroyed his entire power, and his hands went numb. And since he uses a spear, he needs a lot of hand movement for killing his opponents. But despite that, he somehow says that he still has power to thrust of the spear. Now, I don't exactly know what does he mean by this. Does he actually mean literally two thrusts of the spear, or is it a special name? I'm unsure about that, but I'm guessing it literally meant two thrusts of the spear. And he rides into attacking Ouhon, and he remembers his fight with the V fire dragons, Earl Shi, when he had fought against him. He remembers that fight, and he realizes that if he could defeat him, he could end up defeating Ouhon. But that was a serious mistake of his, comparing the V fire dragons with Ouhon. But then again, it's possible because we had the comparisons being made, the Kin 6 generals, the V fire dragons, the Wei fire dragons. I'm unsure about the pronunciation. The Wei fire dragons, the Zhao 3 commanders, it was like I think they were of the same status, so doing that would have been a mistake. But then again, maybe it's possible that the Earl Shi of the Wei fire dragons had been weakened over the time, and what Ouhon defeated was just a leftover of his former self. But he thinks that if he managed to defeat Earl Shi, he'll be able to defeat Ouhon as well. Now, before we head into the details of the fight, before in the previous chapter, Ouhon was trapped in the Raigoku formation, and he had managed to find a way to escape. As he was escaping, all this happened, which I just said previously. But then he realizes that he has to, he cannot escape right now. His first thought was to escape, grabbing Kanjo, but the enemy soldiers, they managed to encircle him. So he has his small pack of guards. He has them say that protect him from the sides as he takes down Ouhon. And this was, I have to admit, it was a badass moment. But Ouhon was a literal savage. After they begin to fight, Ouhon manages to thrust his spear into Ouhon's right hand, and it manages to pierce through, and he pulls it out. A normal person, who would have it written out in pain, like he would be crying out. But this guy, no. With the same hand, he again lifted his glaive and he smashed Ouhon, and this smash came unexpected because Ouhon himself didn't think that it would happen, and maybe this caught him off guard, because as soon as he gets hit by it, he falls off his horse and he becomes unconscious. And these Zhao soldiers, they begin to realize that with Ouhon dead, they could end his unit, and they could end the right wing. And here we have Kanjo say that no, it's not possible because Ouhon won't die like this, first off. And the second is that it still has Hishin unit, the right wing still has Shin's unit, so deep down they still believe that Shin will be able to do something right now. And this is how the chapter ends. So my expectations of this were like, it was completely unexpected. I will admit it. What I had thought actually was Kaijo managing to put up somewhat a fight and Ouhon managing to successfully escape. But with the prediction given of before that Ouhon would be defeated, it was obvious that Ouhon would jump back to save Kanjo. But again, I'm happy for the fact that the word defeated was used, meant literal defeat and not death, because right now Ouhon is not dead, he's just unconscious, and so in an overall things are not as bad as it had been expected to be. So how these guys managed to take unconscious Ouhon and escape out of the encirclement will be a thing to watch. Maybe it'll be possible that the old advisor of Ouhon, with his 300 cavalrymen, he will somehow launch a surprise attack, and this could catch them off guard. And maybe it's possible that taking this advantage, Kanjo and Ouhon will manage to escape. And the injury Ouhon managed to deal on Ouhon, it won't go wasted, because it was literally a hole in his right hand, forearm to be precise. And maybe it would be possible that in the heat of the moment he was able to gather up strength in his right hand to swing the glaive to beat Ouhon. Maybe, I don't think that it will happen again in the future, but then again it's possible that because in this manga, with the morale of the people being high, they managed to do impossible things. So it's possible that he'll be able to do it, and this was a one hell of a chapter. So yeah, that's all for this review video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys liked it. And if you did, please hit this like button, and can we get this video to around 5 likes? That would really be appreciated. Comment down what you guys thought about this review video, and comment down what you guys thought about this chapter. And I hope you guys have an amazing day ahead of you. Until later, my manga fans, bye.